Come on, are we seriously getting another music movie about an artist? Isn't this getting a little tired? Well, it's 1987 and a young man is struggling to find his voice and his place in a culture where he's not totally accepted. But he's also super frustrated by his circumstances. Javed is an aspiring writer, but once he's exposed to Bruce Springsteen's music, just a whole world opens up to him, and it connects with him in ways that he never could have imagined, and it has a profound effect on his life and his writing. I honestly wasn't excited to see Blinded by the Light because I really thought that it was just going to be some other music biopic about Bruce Springsteen. But really, it's a movie that is everyone's story. I'm sure that along the way in our life, at some point or another, we have connected with a song or an artist or a group in such a deep way that it has a profound effect on our life. That's really the magic of this movie, that we can all point to a time where the lyrics spoke to us or for us. Now, does this film have its cheese moments? Yeah, it does. Can it be trimmed down in some places to keep it from dragging? Yeah, there really are. I mean, there are some music montages that feel like they go on a little too long, and so to trim them here and there would just reduce it from its runtime, but more so, make it pick up the pace a little bit more. One very cool thing though about this is how the director puts poignant lyrics on the screen. Now, he doesn't put the lyrics of all the songs on and all of the time, but you get to see them, and what they do is they reinforce what we're seeing in the action or what we're hearing or what we're feeling or what the main character is feeling. And I also loved that it wasn't just a one-time thing and then forgotten, and it's not overly used also where it just becomes super annoying. This movie has more of an emotional punch than I was expecting. There is a distinct moment where it just really connected with me. It was heartfelt, it was emotional, and I teared up. The actors did great in this. I mean, I found them to be endearing, but also convincing. It was easy for me to connect with them. One standout to me is Javed's neighbor. He doesn't have very many lines, and he's not on screen very much, but what he says and how he acts was just super deep and really impactful. Something that's cool is that if you grew up in the 80s or you have an affinity to that era, you're gonna really enjoy just the music that comes through there, and also all of the pop culture nods that are subtle, but still there. And it's not all Bruce Springsteen songs either. I'm not really into Springsteen, but I really dug the soundtrack. I mean, the Boss's songs and all of them just were great. I mean, I found myself tapping my foot, kind of singing along, and some of them like, oh, I didn't even realize this was a Bruce Springsteen song. And again, though, not all of the songs played are Springsteen. I mean, some are just encapsulating the 80s. I do think that it is something that everybody should check out at some point, especially if you like any type of music at all. I mean, it is a good and entertaining watch. Now, you may find yourself rolling your eyes at some scenes, but you also may find yourself bopping along to them as well. The message of how music influences us and speaks to us is really the key reason to see this film. But then you also have some great acting, some really good cinematography too that works with the whole film. I mean, at some points it feels a little bit like a music video, but it's not totally out of place. And then also, you just have that great soundtrack to go along. I mean, all of that together makes this a really good watch. There's no sex or nudity, but there is some profanity and a little bit of violence. I give Blinded by the Light 4 out of 5 couches. What artist or song was influential in your life? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, please give it a like. Also, don't forget to share and subscribe. I'm Chris. This is Movies and Munchies. Thanks for couching with me.